What up, YouTube? Knives and Gear Inside with another short unboxing video. Today we got a knife that's been out since a while, but it's still a really good knife. I think it looks at least good, and the reviews have been pretty decent about it. So I just wanted to see it for myself, and I want to share my first impression with you guys. It's the CMB Knives Predator, or CMB Made Knives Predator. I'm sorry. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, this has been reviewed prior by several people already. I just want to, like I said, I want to share with you guys my impressions. So you got, when you open the box, you got a little info card about the brand CMB. You got a CMB Made Knife sticker, which is nice if you like stickers, and then you got your candy, and then you got your CMB Made Knives pouch with the logo. And let's get into it. Okay, so we have the knife in here, and then a really nice feeling cleaning cloth, and then you can see the pouches got some material in it which makes it soft on the knife, which is nice if you use that. Alright, so let's get into it. You can see I have not opened this yet. I ordered the Predator, as you can see, in green micarta, and it's got the green micarta with black hardware. So you got black thumb studs, black pivot color, black axis lock buttons, black hardware screws for the body screws, a black what is it called, pocket clip, micarta backspacer, and black coated steel liners, of course. So it feels substantial in the hand, so I'm assuming it's probably somewhere around somewhere between 4.5 and 5 ounces, more closer to 4.5, I'm assuming. But let's check real quick some size comparisons. So we got the Quiet Carry Drift LCT, which is pretty identical to this one. This one is actually a little taller from my angle. You guys can't probably see that, but from my angle it's a little taller. You got the We Knives Equibic, which is also very similar. It's a little larger, just a little bit, but it's slimmer profile. Then we got the Sencut Pantera and the CVB Placoid, which are both about half an inch larger. You can clearly see that. And last but not least, we're gonna use the Beluga, which that one has a very similar carry profile as well. It's also a little bit on the thicker side, so they're pretty similar, even though, I mean, the Beluga is more squared, and this has a little bit more slimmer end at the handle. And then your little lander, you can see the landers are, of course, always the smallest knife, unless I find something smaller than that. So you got, I went already over the hardware. It seems like, let me check. Let's look at the hardware real quick. Let's do a hardware check. I believe it's all T8, but I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, so you got T8 pivot. You got no, sorry. So you got T8 pivot and T6 body screws. I thought that was T8, but it looked very similar. I guess it's just the way it looks. But yeah, so the most budget knives have is T8 pivot and then T6 hardware screws. Besides, I think CVB is one of the only brands that has started, besides Sencut, they have starting with T8s. But yeah, overall, it's a nice feeling, nice looking knife. Let's get the weight on this bad boy, since we already, I'm already assuming here somewhere around 4.5 ounces, maybe 4.6. I'm not sure. Oh wow, 4.83 or 4.483. So I was pretty close, 4.5, almost 4.5 ounces. So that's a pretty good thinking here. Yeah. So let's get the measurements on this bad boy, or actually look at the blade real quick. You can see 14C28N is stamped on here or printed on here. So it's very small, so it's not offensive at all on the blade. You can see the blade shape is drop point, which is very nice. And you got a massive sharpening choil here. So you have, you have life forever on this blade to sharpen. You got the little logo here from CMB Made Knives printed on here. So that's not a real deal breaker. I mean, they could have put it up here or up here, but you know, it's so small, it's not that big of a deal. Let's get you, since we're here, let's get you some measurements real quick. So we got an overall length of right around 7/7/8, so it makes it a full size knife. 3 and 7/16 on the blade, and the blade edge is right around 3 and 3/16. So yeah, it's a decent size knife, decent edge. So let's do some size comparisons while we're open. So you can see with the Drift LCT, we're pretty similar actually. Let me see. Yeah, we're very similar in length. Like, they're really identical in length. And overall, also, the whole look of the knife. I mean, yeah, this has a little bit bigger blade. Like, a little bit higher, taller blade. But overall, they have very similar. Let's do the We Knives Equivoc. You can see the Equivoc is slightly longer, but it was also always a little bit longer than the Drift LCT. Let's do the Sencut Pantera. So you can see this is a much larger knife overall. The same with the CBB Placoid. So they're easy, open, easy an inch longer. So yeah, but they're also considered large knives, in my opinion. And then last but not least, we're gonna compare the Beluga and the little Lander. So you can see the Beluga is slightly larger. I'd say about somewhere between a 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8 longer. And then of course the little Lander is the baby knife. But yeah, overall it feels really comfortable. The micarta is really nice. The contouring seems to be okay. I mean, it's not massive contouring, but you got a really grippy micarta that feels nice. I mean, this feels nice in the hand. Overall, it's, you know, like if you sweat or so, if you're outdoors, this is a pretty knife. I would say I can rely on not to slip off my hand. Then you got that little separation here, which basically gives you a massive sharpening choil. So you can also forward grip here. I mean, would I recommend it? I'm not sure. It might be safe, but you know, if you can, I mean, I got really large hands, and I have a full 4-finger grip here, and you know, on top my forward, you know, my thumb press basically, and you can get in there. I mean, this is a decent size for overall for EDC carry. I would definitely say this is a pretty decent knife. Let's do one more thing real quick. Let's get I mean, of course, this is no indication of the blade itself, but let's see how sharp it is from the factory. Oh yeah, okay. So, I mean, I don't think that I need show anymore. It is quite sharp. It's got a nice edge to it. Nice, evenly sharpened edge. Let's see. You can see that. So, yeah, it's pretty even. Overall, I say this is a pretty nice knife. And at the price currently on Amazon, It's $59.50, but it has a 20% off coupon, so it comes out to like, what is that? $6, 20%. What, it's about $12 off, right around $12 off. So we end up paying about $48 for this knife, which I think is a good price for a day EDC carry. And yeah, I would just from the first impression, I would recommend this knife. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this knife. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.